10.
Bill Rizzuto throwing out the first pitch.
9.
Fastball hit deep to right. This could be it. Way back there. Oh!
8.
Lawrence Peter Barra, known to everyone as Yogi, star catcher of the New York Yankees.
7.
Here's the payoff pitch. This is it. There it goes. It's out of here.
6.
This ball club will be remembered by me forever because you have heart as big as this city and you showed what being New Yorkers is all about. God bless you.
5.
Hits in 56 consecutive games. That's an all-time record set by the Yankee Clipper Joe DiMaggio.
4.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
3.
Number 3 will never be worn by another Yankee player, but will go to America's baseball shrine at Cooperstown, New York.
2.
Derek Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single. Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality.
1.
That's not the way it's going to be, George. Damn right it is. If you don't like it, you're fired. You haven't hired me yet.
Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is right in front of us. Shia, what is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to everybody out there on YouTube. It is yours truly, the Ace. And we have some breaking news on this Thursday afternoon. About an hour and a half ago, the New York Yankees have extended manager Aaron Boone through the 2027 baseball season. Aaron Boone is back. Shout out to everybody in the building and let me know how you feel about this news. I'll let you guys know my thoughts in a second, but I want to shout out to each and every one of you. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe for your sports, movies, and more by yours truly, the Ace. We are on the road to 2,000. If you can hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. Be nice to get there before the start of the regular season. Spring training games start tomorrow, by the way. I do plan on calling the game tomorrow. If it is not blacked out, if I do have access to it, I do plan on calling the game tomorrow. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. Jacob, first person in the building. What's going on, Jacob? Jacob says, let's fucking go. Also says he's listening from work. Appreciate you. Jessica is in the building. Beast Baseball says Yankees 2025 World Series champions. Well, if we're going to be the 2025 World Series champions, we're going to have Boone back at the helm. How do you guys feel about that? I know Boone is a figure that a lot of Yankee fans are on the fence about, myself included. I'm a guy that Aaron Boone, going into his 8th season as the New York Yankees manager, we can throw all the stats at you. He's one of the most winningest, blah, blah, blah. But me personally, from the eye test, like I said, I was a guy that I was on the fence with, saying that if the Yankees moved on from him, I wouldn't be upset. I actually clamored to fire Boone at many times throughout the live streams last year. After the 2023 season, I thought the Yankees would move on from him. 82-80 is where we finished. Didn't miss the playoffs. Last year led us to the World Series. This was an obvious decision, though. You're not going to fire or move on from somebody that just brought you to the World Series. Personally, I've been saying it all off season, especially when it came to the Boone extensions, that I would have waited to see how this year played out, but it's a 2-year extension. So through the 2027 season, it'd be nice if we get a World Series this year. It really would be. But Aaron Boone is back. He's not going anywhere. He's a guy that, you know, you want to say he's a puppet of the organization? Sure. I mean, that's your opinions on it. But he's a guy that the guys like in the clubhouse. Aaron Judge goes to bat for this guy. It was the obvious choice that he would be back. Yeah, it's as simple as that. So through 2027, Aaron Boone is back. Last year, throughout the course of the regular season, sure, he had his ups and downs. There were times where I still feel like he was definitely outmanaged several times. But, you know, especially with mismanaging the bullpen, that type of stuff. But postseason, up until the World Series, he did a solid job. But we know what happened when it came to the World Series with the mismanagement of the bullpen that cost us game one momentum. Probably could things have been different? Sure. You know, we don't know. But Aaron Boone's back. Hopefully, you know, he learns from those mistakes now that he has that World Series experience. You know, got us to our first World Series since 2009, 15 years. You know, the Yankees won the pennant, got back to the World Series, and, you know, it was, you know, we just lost to the Dodgers. Is Aaron Boone the manager that could get us to back-to-back World Series and get us our first title since 2009? I hope so. I hope so. Ken, thanks for popping in. Hey, Ace, how you handling this snow beginning in 2025? I'm straight. I mean, I went out there earlier. I mean, for those that don't know, we're getting, you know, absolutely smashed with snow over here in the Virginia area. But, yeah, I went out there earlier today to dust off some of the cars and stuff like that. Yeah, we got hit with 15 inches of snow, which was really bad. They were originally talking about 5, but it was originally, you know, but it's been, you know, it's been pretty bad out there. But I got to go back out there and because it's actually still snowing right now, so it's been crazy out here. So I figured I'd go live, you know what I'm saying, a little bit earlier than what I usually do because I ain't got shit to do. John the Beagle Dad is in the building, says, let's go Yankees. Hell, brother, what's up, John? Ace finished his, oh yeah, you know. What's up, Brad? Thanks for popping in, man. How you doing? Joe says, I look creepy with the glass and the hat. I always put these on when I just get up. I had just gotten up to the news, so I'm like, let me go ahead and pop on. So, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's free. Costs you guys absolutely nothing. Beast Baseball says, let's fucking go, Ace. Appreciate you. Imara says he hopes so also. L.I. Yankee King is in the building. I ain't worried about Boone being back. I'm just wondering, who do they replace Stanton with? Because I don't see him coming back because I see Stanton going under the knife and ending his career. I'm not going to go that far, L.I. Yankee King. I'm not going to go that far. And for his sake and the Yankees' sake, I also hope that that's not the case. But I said this in a couple of streams ago, and I popped on NFE stream on top and said the same thing. Shout out to my guy NFE. But, you know, if the Yankees, as far as when it comes to Giancarlo Stanton, if this was something that was lingering since last year, you should have had a better contingency plan for it. Why are we just now hearing about this a couple of days ago? And why weren't you more aggressive in attacking, you know, another bat out there if you knew this was a possibility? Now with Giancarlo Stanton, obviously he doesn't play the field, so you rotate that DH spot with one of the outfielders. But now we need ourselves another outfielder, Trent Grisham, who was dealing with some hamstring injuries. You know, I think he'll be good to go by the time the regular season starts. But the Yankees should have been more aggressive in attacking with another bat. That goes to the organization. And the one thing that I always continue to say, I think this organization has poor planning when it comes to stuff like that. You know. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Imara says, I'm in New York. Okay, Imara, thank you. If the players love Boone, he ain't going. Oh, it's as simple as that. Yeah. Aaron Judge loves him. He's a guy that, you know, ultimately goes to bat for his guys, and he's not going anywhere. It's as simple as that. I mean, we got him for another 2 years. Let's hope that it'll lead to at least one more, a couple championships in that time frame. Who do you think makes the roster for the pen? I know some players are doing good. The thing with the bullpen is there are going to be some guys that kind of come out of nowhere. Jake Cousins is dealing with a little something. Jonathan Loaisiga. But I trust this pitching. I trust this organization when it comes to finding the gems and finding the guys that can give us some good innings and give us some good chance out of the bullpen. Sorry, I'm just being realistic because why are they so quick to bring up the word surgery? Well, technically they weren't so quick to bring up the word surgery. They've been sitting on this information, dude, all off season. We didn't hear not one single word of surgery at all this entire offseason. And so, like, it's something that they said it's something that he's been dealing with since the late last season through the playoffs, which he still performed. He was our best player in the playoffs, was still able to perform with this. It's a pain tolerance thing from what the reports are saying. Will he be able to tolerate it throughout the course of the season? I don't know, but I do look. I don't think the Yankees are that stupid. I don't think the Yankees are that stupid. You can't be that stupid and irresponsible. If he would have required surgery, I would like to think that this organization was competent enough to have gotten it done during the offseason and not a month and a half before the regular season. But even if that's the case, and he's going to miss some time, some people are going to say you'd rather it be now than later in the season. Bubble wrap him into the playoffs. It's as simple as that. Other guys are going to have to step up. It is as simple as that. And Colorado has Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones is LI's latest pick of the flavor of the week. I know I've heard you say that a couple times. Up for grabs. I would love some Nolan Jones in right field. Judge goes to DH. We'll see. We're going to see what they're going to do. But as of right now, his opening day is in jeopardy, but they haven't ruled him out as of yet. So, but yeah, I would love to see this Yankee team at full strength. See if Boone can get us to back-to-back World Series for the first time in a long time, in over 2 decades. I would love to see that. But yeah, Aaron Boone is back. How do you guys really feel about that, though? Are you guys cool with that? I know, like I said, a lot of people are on the fence about it. But the question is, this was the obvious choice in my opinion. I've been saying the whole time, I personally would have waited to see what he does with this year, and then possibly look to extend him. Because if you get, he just went to a World Series, you're not going to get rid of him after this year. But if he takes you to back, then you got something. Yankees are the best team in the AL. Oh, you think we have some prospects in the pen this year? Yes, we do. One of them is Chase Hampton, who just got some arm problems as well. So that's not looking good for us. But the Yankees always find the gems out of the bullpen. You don't think it's an organization? You don't think it's on an organization? You think it's on Stanton? Well, we don't know, Li. We don't know. We're not there. We don't know if Stanton has been vocal about it. We don't know what he's been doing in the offseason. We don't know. We could assume, but we have no idea as far as the Giancarlo Stanton situation. All we could do is kind of manage it going forward. If this is something that he can, as I'm watching Spencer Jones today from Chris Kirshner fly out versus Max Fried. So Spencer Jones is getting some batting practice versus our second pitcher. But if it's a pain tolerance thing and it's just something that, because like I said, tennis elbow's a bitch. It really is. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to pretend. But I had a elbow issue that was like tendonitis and stuff like that, and it was a lingering thing. But for it to be in both of his elbows is weird. Like, what are you doing during the offseason that you have both of it and you have 2 elbow issues? Like, one, I could understand that. If he was in the field and he was throwing, I could understand that. But you have 2 in your elbows. Yeah, he's getting, this is the first time that he's really had like this type of injury. Normally with Giancarlo Stanton, it always seems like it's the lower body and it's the hamstring, stuff like that. So for your concern as far as you saying, could this be the start of, it causing him to get closer to retirement? That's your opinion at the end of the day. We don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. But then he went on to say, I don't think he wants surgery because Stanton's not stupid. He goes under the knife, his career is over. Not necessarily. You know how it is with surgery. There are people that, Tommy John is no longer a death sentence for players like it used to be. It seems like nowadays every pitcher at some point in time is going to go through Tommy John. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and say his career is over. At his age and for what he does, could he be hindered by it? Sure, we don't know. I'm not going to go to drastic and the drastic route to say his career is over. L.I.N. King says, I'm cool with Boone being back because who's out there? That's another thing too. There are names that Yankee fans kind of want out there. They throw around names like Posada. I'm a big Posada fan. I love Posada. But Aaron Boone was the obvious choice to come back as the New York Yankees manager, at least through, for another couple of years, because he just got us to a World Series. They weren't going to move on from him. He just broke one of the longest droughts that we've seen in years when it comes to the New York Yankees and got us to the World Series. They weren't going to move on from him. Whether you like it, love it, hate it, let's just hope that this guy can learn from his mistakes, build some momentum, and take that next step. You know what I'm saying? We just got to the World Series. Hopefully, when he gets to a situation in the playoffs again, he doesn't get outmanaged, doesn't make the loyal decision. You know what I'm saying? My biggest gripes when it does come to Aaron Boone is the loyalty. And this is a loyalty type move. This goes to show you that the Yankees are very loyal to their players, to their coaches. They are very loyal. Aaron Boone is one of them. Now, my thoughts when it comes to, there are a lot of people that said, they thought Aaron Boone was just a puppet of the organization. What we heard from Cashman a couple weeks ago when it comes to Gleyber Torres and the pushback of them getting Jazz to play second base, and they ended up moving him to third, I think that definitely should say like Boone has some say in it in the organization, because he ended up keeping Gleyber right at second base and not just moving Gleyber to third, despite the fact that he didn't want to go. So the organization wanted the Jazz back up the middle. Boone kept him at second base. So, we'll see what happens. But ultimately, are there better managers than Boone in the AL? I think Cora, when he matches up against Boone, coaches circles around Aaron Boone. But the Red Sox are gonna be pesky this year. But we're going forward with Aaron Boone. Hopefully he can bring us to back-to-back World Series. That'd be great. But he's a guy, like I said, that definitely throughout the course of the season, there's going to be questionable decisions made, especially when it comes to out of the bullpen. That's just what it's going to be throughout the course of the season. That's what he does. There are going to be people that are going to want to fire him, but he's back. Boone is back, like I said, at least through the 2027 season. But I do appreciate you guys for popping in. Like I said, if you guys are watching on a rewatch, make sure you guys hit that subscribe. My intentions are to be live for the first spring training game tomorrow. I'm gonna try to call as many spring training games as I can if they are televised. I'm looking into that Gotham app. It is I think it's a very restrictive app on top of that. I'm just looking through Twitter to see if there's any other news that's dropping for our New York Yankees. But Aaron Boone is back. Ken says there are no managers who didn't have questionable decisions. Everybody makes mistakes. But you have to be able to elevate the team, in my opinion. Like when the Yankees were going on that long losing streak, you know what I'm saying? A manager has to be able to to manufacture runs in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to get your team some W's at times, you know what I'm saying? With the decisions that you make. But that was then, this is now. Aaron Boone's now got a World Series under his belt with the experience when it comes to that. But nah, like I said, I'm just looking through Twitter. But I hope you guys are having yourselves a good day today. Looking at Everson Pereira striking out. Spencer Jones hits a one-hopper to the wall versus Max Fried. So there you go. The lefty on lefty, Spencer Jones, with a nice little shot over here in batting practice. So there we go. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys, man. I just wanted to pop on for this brief news of Aaron Boone being back just to get you guys overall thoughts. Like I said, if anything else drops, make sure you guys hit that notification bell. I will be live to let you guys know any news going forward. But like I said, I do plan on calling the spring training game tomorrow. If I do have access to the game, that Gotham app is going to make things a little more difficult because it is a regional app through your cable provider, I believe, is what I've been reading. So I'll try to call as many games as I can leading up to the regular season, which I'm excited. The baseball season is back, and I can't wait to start calling these games with you guys, man. There's such a great time, and we'll be seeing live. I'll be letting you guys know live what Aaron Boone does, what he does. If he makes questionable decisions, I'll be one of the first people to let you guys know, and I'll be one of the first people to rip him. But I'm gonna go into the season with a positive mentality. I think the Yankees can get back to the World Series and maybe take that next step with Boone at the helm. Only time will tell. But I do appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. As always, thank you for tuning into the Ace Avenue. I am yours truly, the Ace. Adios.